Danielle at Great Lakes Aquarium, and today I am with our favorite little mobile mammal or small mammal, Sunny, the chipmunk. And we are outside in our nature play area, just kind of exploring around, checking out the different views and everything. This is wonderful enrichment for Sunny to get new smells and views and everything like that. So he can really benefit from being out here. You can see we do have him in our hamster ball here, which is a great way to make sure that he's staying safe outside, and especially when there's a lot of things that maybe he hasn't seen before. So he's definitely just taking his time to explore where he would like. I'm not going to control him too much of where he wants to go, so if he has a particular interest of going one way or another, I'm just going to kind of let him go where he would like, as long as he's staying safe, obviously. I don't know if maybe the stick's in the way. So he can move around if he'd like. You can see he had a little bit of a blueberry in there, so he made a little bit of a mess. But what's really cool about being out in this area is because this is a place where there are actually a lot of chipmunks that live here naturally. We were out here a little bit earlier and we could see some running around here and there. And so looking at this type of area, we can learn a lot about what chipmunks like, what they like to eat. I don't know, what was that? Something in the trees making cool noise. But we can learn a lot, and we can kind of pick up on those signs, or those animal signs, that tell us a little bit about these critters as well. So one example, oh, are you gonna go somewhere? Okay. Like I said, we're just gonna let him roam how he would like. But one example of something to look for that's very evident of chipmunks or like squirrels being in your area is something called a midden. So I went ahead and I built what a midden might look like. And you've probably seen these when you're out in the woods walking around on a stump or a rock. It's a pile of pine cones like this. And so what will happen is the animal will come on up, they'll grab a pine cone, and in the pine cone are little seeds. And seeds are a great source of food for these animals. So they'll take off the little bits of it, chew on the seed, and dispose of it right in a pile. Now, they don't clean up after their mess, so that's why we see these piles like this. These are called middens, and these middens can be found all over. So definitely if you're outside and you know you have chipmunks in your area or small squirrels, see if you can find some middens in your backyard or on the trails that you're hiking. Chances are you're probably gonna find one. Another thing that these animals might be looking for could be in your gardens. So we even went and we looked over in our garden here at Great Lakes Aquarium, and we didn't see any signs of anything eating in there. But I know at my garden at home, sometimes with the raspberries, I'll see some animals might have chewed on some of those berries. So that's something maybe a chipmunk might have gone for. The blueberries. If you have bird feeders at home, that's a great place to look out for these animals, looking for those seeds down at the bottom. They are omnivores. So they have quite a varied diet. You can't decide where you want to go, do you? But it's really neat to kind of explore your backyard and see what exactly those animals are looking for. Another way that you can kind of figure out where these animals are is by listening. They have those nice chatters, or chitter chat, that you can hear. And so you can kind of sit quietly in your backyard and listen for that, or a little kind of chirp-ish sound, not quite like a bird, a little bit harsher. So you can listen for things like that. And then, of course, seeing them right up close, kind of running around. You can definitely watch for them running around, looking between branches. They're expert climbers and they can move around in there. They're going to be often quick on the ground. They're not going to spend too much time in the open. So they're just going to be scooting across if they are on the ground, but definitely check out in the trees. You can kind of see some around in this area. Yeah, this is a lot of new stuff for you, isn't it, Sunny? We also even tried out something brand new. We have a special guest here at the aquarium today, the Oscar Mayer mobile, the Wiener mobile. And we even went and saw that with Sunny. I don't exactly know what he was thinking about that one, but he definitely had an interesting behavior of just standing still, which is also the behavior I kind of had when I looked at it. So we're pretty similar in that way. Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna let him keep exploring like I said, this is great enrichment for him. See what he's interested in. And I want to thank you for watching these videos. Every view, every like, all the comments and stuff like that is a great way to support what we're doing here. So both the care of these animals, but also spreading information about these backyard animals that we have, whether you see them or if you're looking to see them. If you want to continue donations to the aquarium, that also is super amazing. I put a link in the description of this video of ways that you can support Great Lakes Aquarium through all sorts of different ways. And of course, come on down to Great Lakes Aquarium. Our nature play area here is available to come on in for a picnic or hanging out with the family, playing with all the different items in this area, so you're able to come on out for this, and also just checking out the aquarium itself. So you can find Sunny up on the second floor in Critter Corner, and you can see all the rad things that he has in his enclosure and how he stays busy every day, and maybe even get a chance to watch him actually eating. You can kind of see those actions that we talked about a little bit with the mittens. So again, thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for watching. We'll be back next Tuesday with a very special live, so that's Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Definitely tune in for that, and that one will actually be our last of the summer. So definitely tune in for that one. It's going to be really, really fun, and I look forward to seeing you there. So see you later.